My guest this morning is Basil David Anthony. Good morning.
Morning.
Now, we speak English.
Oh, they be and then they country.
They make you
because me who picture nuna Crawford Felice maybe me a brony, but not a Meleji me and Cranny.
Yeah.
Ganyo be Jimmy.
Yeah.
And see mommy permission me the in Cran.
And from and
respect.
And it's pleasure having you in the studio this morning.
Thank you. Good morning to your listeners also.
Good morning to you and welcome back. How has it been like for 20 solid years entrepreneurship, moving from one sector to the other? We know how difficult the ecosystem is. Said amount for shots here within about 2, 3 years, 4 years, they are dead. You're happy not to hear from them again?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel it's all about dream and a focus because and you know like to me at school now. You go and look for a job. So, some of us need to be job creators because this week I'm here interviewing and Namika said Ghana one issue is you created too many job seekers and see because me since
you created so many job seekers.
They are here job creators because if everybody goes to school now it's good, but why never employ? You get what I mean? Because employment is two sectors spend a better employ. If it's not public, which is government, then private. Government, how many people can government employ? Chrome hire 30 million people. Government mean yes sure say more employ more than 1 million people.
I'm not sure.
And see 29 million can we in Kodana we yenana for
every
more the can there unless creating more private sector. Now, entrepreneurs. Now, I'm to be employee be and now you yourself be here wage now when you one kasa one there.
But how has it been like? How has the journey been like? I mean, entrepreneurship in Ghana.
Definitely, I can't sit here and tell you that easy road, but a passion. So when we start, like you rightfully said, my transition from different sectors.
Yes.
We started free IT because at that time, web development was school. And the first thing is when we say you have to look for where there's deficiency, where there's opportunity. At that time, we started almost 20 years ago. Now, Obi and your website for Ghana. So we say at that time, internet, it's about to take over. It's about to explode in the whole world. So we say, okay, let's start creating websites for companies, domain name registration in Yama. So you started from her, but when we say everything will be about Drew points, we know say it's not growing beyond that. But entrepreneurship, the idea is you have to find ways to expand. So now from there, you're moving to ticketing. Ticketing, now at some point, the electronic ticket card bar for events. So in Crawford Bay work room, I'm on Tickets Ghana.
Yes.
Because those days, apart from Tickets Ghana, now we are events. Me do producer. Now I was telling him actually, I've been here before because those days events are now the YFM striking
partnerships
and in Yama. So from there we are even into airline ticketing, but COVID at the room and the airline industry some way. But the idea is when we stumble now we hit the roadblock. We don't entrepreneurs. We don't take it as if then that's the end of the world. A lesson, my loss. It's because it's a school of life. What you say? So we do baby now. We say, oh, this thing. There's a problem. COVID about. Okay, what else? We have to transition, and say Drew point out. We say, okay, let's move more into the product oriented because Uber said the American service industry.
Yeah, service industry.
So me too quiet, me call exhibitions. Just because sometimes one place are enyama. I say movie. Obi catch me long time ago say, if you stay in your room, call you to me. No wadane only no niano. Jeko ya nye.
Oto demo Pie, kwa
just only just call walk. Ubehu bibi maybe a bit insight you, a bit more idea be. And at that point, I mean, me too quiet. Me say, okay, me who now me say, me who flooring. I say, okay, flooring way opportunity wo market no nkrofo be brain take advantage. Yeah, introduce carpet grass, astroturf, LVT tiles. Now you say ebe fa na kakra you start with here because one thing is Ghana who need capital be brave, who to me call full this thing. But
full
at
skill.
the same time to that into very good because sometimes it's good to start small so that we have mistake won't lose it too much. That's what I say. So me start it with fear. Me you see bedroom as storage. Now WhatsApp, GG, ton. Now you should say you bet me a ton 1 or 2. Kakra marketing, Facebook, online. What you say?
So who leverage on
because
the new media?
Because one thing they be me use me to some can say I need capital. I say no. If you are thinking that direction, you are already planning to fail.
Really?
Yes, because start with what you have. If you is 1,000 CDs you have or 500 CDs you have, start with it. Because if really a business out here, 500 CDs no, about to me are turning into 700. And it's 700 no, you put it back in it. About 700 no better than 1,000. Kaka 1,000 no, nyame adom about to me than 100,000. Now but we have plan out the medium 100,000 now with the little you have. Last time we had argument with my staff me say some of you ladies, your phone is an investment. You are using iPhone, it's 15,000. You are complaining you don't have money to start a business. Go and buy an Android 2,000, use the 10,000 or 13 balance to do a business, but you are complaining, I need money, I can't, the shop is expensive, container, but you are sitting, your investment is in your hand. You are wearing it as a wig. I'm not saying don't look beautiful, but scale yourself. What I say?
How was it like, for example, Abraham Shah said you were building websites for organizations, for firms in Ghana. For how long did you do that? Was it that lucrative as of the time?
Of course, it was. At that time, nobody was doing that. There was not even banks. Visa card and to me talk domain names online. Because me free London, me want me Visa card into I can use that Visa card to purchase the domain name on behalf of them. So there was a point where I met me, like I said, maybe maybe almost 1,000 customers now your websites more Ghana. Radio stations grab you're streaming, we even reach some point now streaming. Yeah, streaming or more online. Because at that time, IT company more or less. Apart from web, because internet is broad. So you call bulk SMS now your bulk SMS platform textghana.com.
Yes.
SMS marketing in Yama till even you're transitioning to digital marketing now at the point now online advertising microphone. NHIS projects
wow.
Time no more capitation.
Yes.
I'm launching capitation or Kumasi no. Handle online adverts no. Yet in Ghana to me jobs or Vodafone or Papua New Guinea. Now you're more digital marketing more.
Wow. So it was good for you as of the time.
Yes, because pushy. If you wake up in the morning, sometimes now feel say, oh, this thing, but you for move. You know?
For move. Yeah. So you moved from tech.
Yes, tech to ticketing.
To ticketing.
Now we are in flooring.
You're in flooring.
And hopefully we will move into real estate.
Hopefully.
Yes, God willing, I don't ever call real estate.
When are we to expect the real estate? But don't answer that yet. Don't answer that yet.
Really, as long as we are talking about it, it has started. The discussion never anxiety, maybe crowd a bit now or one day bet me a customer. And see, I started. I shall say
the transition from one sector to the other. Was it that smooth for you?
A necessity man bias because if the one thing has gotten to a stagnant point, you need to some point call me a car business. What you say? Until you are looking for ways to generate income to do business. If one thing was working and it got to a point whereby you feel because after some time, no one will say now how much they are teaching web development in schools.
Yes.
So now web development is not such a big business like before, because now over the last 20 years, if you had a child or call IT school or call computer classes, most of them are more share web development.
Yes.
Now online websites we be able to create free websites.
Free websites, yes.
And at that time, where there was a gap in the market, not a good business. But so it reaches that time now you have to transition. It's of no fault of yours. It's just part of life. It's part of the journey.
And the journey was that you had to move from IT to ticketing to flooring. The ultimate question is, what keeps you going?
It's just the drive to to be a better version of your yesterday self. And yes, you share in Krofuna or Sikafona, or we do aspire, but we are not envious. I want the youth to know that when
we do aspire,
but we are not
envious.
No, the idea is not to envy people; is to use them as a focal point and say, this person, I want to be like him, or there's one or two things I love about the way he does, and then aspire to be great, and then overachieve and cross that person. So your yesterday self must be your competition. Like, for example, when I was in a radio, you are doing a fantastic job. Today, whatever you did, tomorrow your aim is to be better than what you did today. As long as you are a better version of your yesterday self, you are moving forward.
As long as you are a better version of your yesterday self, you are moving forward. So always, consistently try to improve on whatever it is that you're doing. You have even said
the next magic word, consistency. And among all this, you can never leave out faith and belief, because all of these things, you finish all of them, you need some drop of some external strength, faith, whatever you believe in. I'm not going to sit here and say like what type of religion, but whatever you believe in. Somebody's belief is when he wakes up, he goes to the gym. That's his belief. It makes it. Everybody has what. Somebody is his prayers when he says his prayers in the morning. Somebody is his fasting. Add your little drop of spiritual support and move.
Add your little drops of spiritual support and move on.
Yeah.
But when we return from this short break, the question will be, you are applying your trade not just in Ghana. You apply your trade in the UK as well. We are looking at the comparison between the ecosystem in Ghana and the ecosystem in the UK. And other parts where you have, for example, you have Dubai, you have outlet. How is it like? What are the supportive systems that entrepreneurs what is lacking in Ghana? And as what is really working in Ghana? How do we tap from near omoye so that we can unearth a lot of entrepreneurs in Ghana? Like you mentioned, government can only create fewer jobs.
You can't put the blame on them.
You can't put the blame on government. Then it's left with the private sector to do the remainder of the job. What systems should we put in place to help? And said they would want to go into entrepreneurship just like yourself. I'm for Abisa. How you've been able to sustain yourself over a period of time. I think I've asked that question. I'm for more kind of say, well, when you say you don't need money. But the equity will be
you can't say you don't need money. We say you don't need plenty money.
You don't need plenty money. Okay, so the clarification has been made. You don't need plenty money to start with whatever it is that you want to start with.
Because if you think it's plenty money, you are probably even going to end up wasting. You need to scale up.
Small.
Now we'll learn it because you learn that way. Losses no be little.
Okay.
You have, because your business is a learning process. There's no way be your business not back to me. I can say on him everything about the business. As business no grow or your mistakes or learning kakra and see small. We did too much gumo. Loss no be too much.
Only too much, loss no be too much. But you see, you are not just operating in Ghana.
No.
You operate in the UK.
Yes.
You operate in Dubai.
Yeah. Dubai was after Ghana.
After Ghana. What difference do you see
Oh, it's a difference with the baby. Like, I bet me I can say from even registration sector, like business registration, any tax registrations, and Yamanu. Ghana, you say embrace online and technology more. Meaning, say CRGR portal, Registrar General also portal, but say more of 360 now within the comfort of your home. To me quickly, register company, other registrations, no commerce chamber, VAT, and Yamanin maybe because like registrations now, Ghana say unko to VAT books or GRA office. Outside no you just your mau compliance say make sure say invoice no VAT number one mention like policies any guidelines or now a year business no bet to me starting no quick and easy. Now I there met me to say outside no you rent be maybe amounts no but you 2 years advance. I mean say Ghana you were lost. Now
just 6 months.
But still 1 year 2 years and you with all due respect, you have a pouch say, Yamano, because I know they have business people be brave. To me started because 2 years rent advance, 2 years recently cry me staff from construction place for commerce almost 5 years. 5 years no cry, yeah, beat my now almost 10 years. And see, even if it was kaka cry, still cry. It's far-fetched. Now, I bet a discouragement. I bet discourage you.
So is that difficult for you to get a place? And as it's
not difficult to get a place, but the rent policies. Dubai, for example.
Okay.
Rent no annual, but your chemu ube draw advance checks, and so your mobile can say okay 6 checks. And 6 checks meaning say it's our 1 year rent no you chemu 6.
Okay.
Ubetro no post data checks. The only current check now ubetro the first
one na Utiano
for first 2 months no. Now what other 5 checks no you best space you every 2 months.
Okay.
Now every 2 months. So at least usika no ubetumi the attorney amanu now we start and as unya sika na utia. But Ghana almost my 5 years and my jini na sisia shishi.
How business friendly is Ghana to you? As somebody who is, we are not looking at the data, but as somebody who has been in the system for that long, how business friendly is Ghana as compared to the places that you do your business?
Nowhere cool. No, but Ghana is more challenging, and I mean kind of difficult, kind of challenging. Like for instance, yesterday me to your Spintech showroom no light off a cupboard say 5 times. And we can say, say our stabilizer is sports. Sanyamano a higher power. We are here stable, constant electric supply, utilities, because it's all part of business sustainability. Even road and traveling network. For example, who are UK? Who call from London to Manchester is about a 400-kilometer journey. But if I train 45 minutes. And the your business, but Ghana says like maybe me person call you bibi work say a full plan journey na because I say me wasting me 3 days because me planning wasting time. And you hear better traveling networks because Accra to Kumasi about 200 kilometers. If you were a trainer, in about 45 minutes now we drew and business many people know more free Kumasi now it wouldn't even have been needed on bets now no more boa south area so now more business across you bet to be a trade easy up to now me showroom of Kumasi just because of the traveling commuting now how you bet transport your goods meaning say but a deterrent man some of us because me say hey they be 6 hours drive now you call baby bet to me see fear what you say and see your good travel transport networks to say outside no a bet improve business sector be booming more.
Ghana
for sure
and those are 2 issues that you've identified. Number 1, for example, when you're about to start your business registration takes a bit of time.
More technology.
Number 2 has got to do with transportation systems and said that in a year. Number 3, rent system.
big problem.
Musical. I mean, like your showrooms that you have in Accra.
Accounts more rent number one. Bisa auditor be our kroma. Bisa accountant be our kroma. Rent number one expense.
As an enterprise, as a business owner.
Number one expense. And then the top of your expenses. Rent. Now, you used to Becca say G withholding tax and so it's a problem,
big problem.
And yeah. With all due respect, your part of some be my.
What kind of support have you received? For example, in Ghana, we are not talking about Dubai and UK yet. The support that you've received. Any kind of support that you've received.
The support with the encouragement, microphone more encourage you any customers, any staff, and America say those are the only people now I will say they have been supportive. The customer base and the staff, they be you can go fast by yourself, but you can't go far. So you need structures. Yesterday, my long time friend text me say, "Oh, I need carpet from your shop." I say, "Contact the shop." Because if I will say I will deal with all customers, how am I supposed to grow? And then you say, me feel say, oh, me Drew auntie, I'm not going to deal with you. But that is why we have employed people, so that they take care of things, so that we can all do our jobs. You know, so the staff there are very important. Any customers, no, loyal customers, no.
How do you unearth entrepreneurs like you in Ghana? And on the continent of Africa.
It's funny you ask this question. It's either you are born with it or you acquire it. My friend, the Messi and Ronaldo syndrome.
Explain. The Messi and the Ronaldo syndrome.
Yes. Messi, natural, talented footballer. On court training, players complain, say, he's not running, but the ball no man now quick. He's natural. Now, those people that they are not born with it, but they have a passion for it and they have a drive. So they have to work hard. And Ronaldo or training, he's going beyond morning, afternoon, evening. Kobe Bryant, we are a football fan, I own him, Kobe Bryant, or training morning, afternoon, evening, dawn. But at Michael Jordan, maybe only training, yes, but a natural talent. And yeah. And if you don't belong there, if you don't belong there, no. Me humble advice now. If you don't, because if you are born with it, for sure traces be child definitely. It's just like musicians. Who did talented musicians cast or say maybe by the age of 5 now, no mama say or 2 new more mic. What you say or starting shows trace. Entrepreneurs be brave. Successful businessmen and ladies be well. Who do you move family cars or when he was young, he was already doing this, he was selling that, or yes sir, or yes sir.
Was it the same with you?
Yeah, mine is natural.
And you opted for that when you realized
I've always been like, who do you mean now for me call I was coming here, me call Northwich, me call Achimota School, What do you mean now for Becca? Now me was senior crowd, they be or teasing me house, horse, hair, or see me turn. Nah. So homie, I say, what are you selling today? Are you selling house, hair, or teasing me? But science say because me business. They they say this club wants to print certificates. I say I can print certificates. You know what I mean? So because I want to do something, that's where my passion lies. So you either see it in them or the person who acquire it and build upon it. It doesn't mean one is better than one. It just means that one just had a head start.
Have you at any point in time been discouraged?
Oh, of course. Last year, me call through that period, maybe say 4 months. Now, meaning like if let's say I want to do, I feel like it's a feeling. So, like especially last year, GRA closing me shop back over wager. Because of almost say VAT now throw VAT receipt but when say customers no be not time so G receipts no and there sometimes because your person serving customer not quick or call now maybe I go maybe next or befa now sana no but buy some weeks later say I didn't know the receipt no ma customer no and say close here down bet say 1 week no penalize here that time no and mommy feel say so the cry because every month VAT, your SNIT, your tier 1, your tier 2 in Yamanina. So as a human being, I naturally me feel it down kakra. Say me buefu, but me I mean with all mean to me so and to me in fact buefu call BB. After that, no feel say, hey, so is it worth it? So me call through that period, but later on me say, nah, we can't let small. This is also another roadblock because that mean experiences are roadblock before. My experience in normal thing, maybe business in movie, and now I'm to idea way. My pass it to Sanyaman, but first time I'm experiencing like back close to the law. Let me say now system no, like me feel the system no is holding me back. But
and throughout the period, throughout your 20 years of moving from one sector to the other, do you ever regret any of the decisions that you ever took?
There's zero regrets. Any mistake, I lesson. A lesson because.
What would you say has been your grievous mistake that you made along the line in your 20 years?
Maybe say time when I started your flooring business, maybe I did quickly say you're MBA shop because at that time you person you share markets not you operative from fear. But later no me say MBA shop no quicker. Now, as you said, compared to outside, outside you're more online. And like UK and Yamanu, 95% of business better me online, Amazon and eBay. But now at that time, you see me free online business, maybe free IT sector, and me feel say you better me you're more online. But later me said no, Ghana ecosystem yeah Jews saw no 100%.
Okay.
Who need more physical presence. Who then crowd better me at now now we turn Yama TikTok and now Instagram, Facebook, but who call about here but difference. Difference.
So that was one of the mistakes that you made. You should have opened more physical lessons. Lessons that you like. You should have opened more physical
shops earlier. But rent don't see a problem, so you can't blame yourself. And banks, because
banks don't help you.
No.
Banks do not help entrepreneurs.
So the time I start to know, no bank. After now, be a shop now. You answer no mobile say, you have goods, so we want to value your goods and give you low. I say now you are coming. Oh, it's late.
David,
we have started.
Throughout the 20 years.
Now that you have seen that we have achieved something small, then you want to come and leverage. I say no, I don't.
Did you ever go to the bank and deny?
Many times. Many times. Sometimes, who are now for a now, but just say, Charlie, don't bother yourself.
Buy a mount.
Yeah, mount. Application, if
somebody, how have you been able to sustain yourself financially over
like
that period?
You start from small and you keep building up and you manage money. Money management. Don't waste your money. In Crawford Bebre, almost start to live lavish life. It's not time to smile to the bank yet. Build. It's not like keep reinvesting your money. Do you understand? Man, today maybe we'll start with 500, 6,000. By the end of the year, 20,000. I say I could talk iPhone, talk Android. My first iPhone, my first iPhone 2 years ago. My business 20 years. Me using me because it's not about me. It's just show off. You are growing money.
What mindset should somebody who is listening to you and as an entrepreneur in Ghana? What kind of mindset should a person have?
We can say impossible is not possible. Don't let other people, their negative perceptions make you feel like you can't do something. Because maybe that the person or Casano, maybe unknown to me, but I mean, say woo to me, but we are individual. You were born alone, you will die alone. So it doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful to the person, but don't let it stop you from, because your part will be different. Yeah, for sure. And also, men are complacent. Everybody what you asking like somebody is bigger than
you, yeah.
Bill Gates crowd, somebody
is bigger than him.
You did the American and see man feel say one cry and say hey see there, you know what I mean, and then who wasty and then who feel say oh me like you're not even trying to even expand, like why me call you, why I didn't think I may be a Dubai, I didn't think I may call because any about baby any about money you want to prove a point. Yes, some mentality, you know. Say one day met me at now or be say, hey, you are in UK, you are in Dubai. And mommy Philly say yes. Me person me hear more. So that one day met me I can say I'm in 100 countries. Because banks were some banks be on 50 countries.
Yes.
And that and in a dream, dream big. Impossible is not possible. Complacency is the obstacle between you and greatness.
Complacency is the obstacle between you and greatness.
But complacency, I say I translate to complacency.
Say why you say well what to baby what drew no an ho yes eno na en moa wo ama wontimi nko onim kodru baby a wose wontimi kodru no, and that's a very very critical statement that David are making. But just recently you returned from Kenya, 40 under 40. Yeah,
a great event.
How's the feeling like?
Oh, good, fantastic. It feels good for institutions to recognize entrepreneurs, because musicians and movie stars they be a celebrity here. And institutions celebrating entrepreneurs, they might have more motivation. And my staff no cry feel good say, oh, me Juma company, not company you, recognize you or more. And push you say more. Now still into me climb be higher.
2023.
Yeah.
Young Entrepreneur of the Year, Ghana.
Yeah, I know that it caught me by surprise.
Oh.
Yeah, when the letter came, I was like, wow. Because for years, me here, Juma, but nobody. But I know like that's not why me here, Juma. But it's good, say, like, you recognize it. Let me say, it's good. I feel good. And Emma, like me say, Emma, Nkofuna Udi here, Juma, no, almost feel say they are part of. Bibina is a growing institution, and Emma teamwork no great.
If a government here not doing so support entrepreneurs in this country, what would be the one thing that you'd want government to do?
Taxes. Almost sure taxes.
Taxes kill them.
Oh, I know they're queer, big time. Almost sure taxes from ports. Taxes na ye chief na ye clear nyama. Any taxes na ye DRC ye ton nyama no. With all due respect, pouches share my because and now pay tax brackets. No, me say the America say informal sector no be now formal sector no like us no na establish ya register baby pressure into like
so like pressure is on you.
Yeah, what I can pressure thing me wono. What pa me for action. Many tag bear he won't because come go buy shop neighbor he ni me sanin ke VAT ke no fi an no definitely mean price about that for you. She money tag bear he ni le pay ku e ke chi no. E ke e ku le mo ba feel like a mini o mi no jlawa. You know jlawa because I can pay I can get an agbe. She can't VAT is not for us.
It's not for you, it's for the government.
Sometimes they should sensitize the proper. A lot of customers feel like it's for us. We are only agents. We are collecting.
You're collecting it on behalf of government.
Yes.
The government will obviously come for it.
That's it. But because we are more established, we are the ones, the go-to people. What about those informal, the huge informal sector on the streets, in the containers?
Who have been identified but yet taxes?
No.
So what taxes will be one of the things that you want government to actually.
If today, me no chance, na me you have a chance. First request.
What say it right?
Or say if you like
say it right because
if it was like a genie when we were going out, there was like, they say make a wish. The first wish taxes.
Your first wish will be taxes. So say it right because government officials are listening.
Yes.
You are an entrepreneur, a business owner in this country. Taxes, Osi aban yede ewo ho.
Omo hwe na omo ye bibi na emba down kakra. Or if because we understand we are all business, we understand say omo need this omo generating revenue. So if taxes no more to me at least I'm widening tax brackets. I'm finding ways and means now I'm capture informal sector no I'm higher no. If all of us were paying, I don't think say government be burden will feel any will pay or no, I don't blame. There's not a blame thing. No, I'm not trying to say a blame thing. Say if you are 10 people or 10 brothers and only 2 people are working, you are giving money. Who do two brothers? No, they be a pressure down.
Almost yes.
But if 10 brothers now, thank you. So
yes. David, it's been very insightful engaging you this morning, and a lot of the things that you shared with us, and also some of our catching up mind, and I'm hopeful because business owners are talking about the number of taxes are omutia and the fact that it affects how they operate in this country. Ema omuntimi expand it like the way they would want to expand in this country. I think that that's a thing that government should actually take a critical look at. And again, the rent issue is another critical thing that government should take a look at. Sometimes maybe I won't provide a service, but you deal in products. You may need some of these warehouses and all of that to actually put your stuff. But Okoni Aka just could 5 years. How much money are you using to even invest in your money to go and pay for 5 years? David, it's been very interesting having a conversation with you this morning live on a Happy Morning Show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you to your whole team, you, Mr. Sefa. It's been an honor. I'm humbled. Thank you very much.